Welcome to the conversation. I'm Sid.
I'm Twin.
Let's conversate. Welcome back, guys. Just want to let you know to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. There's a little subscribe button to the bottom left hand side of your screen. Subscribe now, guys. Like, follow, share, and comment. So today's conversation, we will be discussing these wealthy parents and them buying their children's way into these prestigious colleges. Mm-hmm. It's not right, y'all.
It's a shame because as growing up in, neighborhoods where we don't have, our parents didn't, earn a lot of money. We grew up in minority neighborhoods. It's hard because we struggle, we work hard to get into good schools, and then you got these wealthy, privileged parents and kids that's buying their kids' way into college just by throwing money around.
Right. And that's what upsets me about it, because these children are already privileged. Why are you not pushing your child to be the best them?
Mm-hmm.
You always supposed to push your child for them to be the best person that they can be. Right. And being that you already have money, your child should have already have been in the best schools and receiving the best grades.
Right, from the beginning. Right.
Yes.
Because when you start from young, it pushes them, it makes them want to continue to go on to do good, to do better and be better. Because you buying up their way into these Ivy League schools. They get in there and they still not doing good, but then when they go applying for these jobs in the future, people is looking at, they've been to Yale. Right. Let's hire them, not knowing that they background, it's like they knowledge and the way they think and process working, like hard work, is no good. I feel like it's just a shame. It's a shame.
It really is.
We have, a couple of black parents that went to jail because of changing their address to put their kindergarten kids into a better school, into a better district, and they got jail time, probation. It was a lady called, her name was, she was from Connecticut, McDowell. I don't know her first name, but her name was McDowell, and she got sentenced to 5 years because she changed her address to put her son in a better school, and she was in a shelter. Wow. Like, she was struggling. So she's trying to make a better living for herself, but the only thing I didn't like was that she started selling drugs.
Oh, she was selling drugs.
But at the same time, that's why she got 5 years, but at the same time, still, she's like, why she got to get time for basically changing her address?
Look, that goes to prove what I was just saying. These people are already wealthy and have money. We have this mother who was selling drugs, changed her address, also her child can get the best education. Mm-hmm. And now she's suffering for it because she's in jail.
Mm-hmm. And her kid is suffering.
And the child's probably going to be labeled. It's going to have a label over their head for God knows how long.
And we're not saying selling drugs is something to do. No, but what we trying to say is the part where she changed her address. Like, she was trying to make a better life for her baby. Like,
even by selling them drugs, she was trying to make a better life.
True.
She just got caught up. That's what people in urban communities do all the time.
That's right.
But where we are at fault is we're not selling drugs for our children to have a better education. Most urban people are doing it for the latest Jordans and a car and
just to look good.
Yeah, fashion, materialistic stuff. But this lady got caught up.
It's sad. It's sad that as Black Americans in the world today, that we don't get the same punishment and treatment as white people. I swear I can't wait to see what these celebrities is getting charged with, because it's gonna really show. It's really gonna show how they separate blacks and how they separate white people. We had another parent. I don't know where they lived at, but her name was William. She did the same thing, changed her address to her father's address, and she got 9 days in prison. She got 3 years probation, and she had to do 80 hours of community service.
Wow.
Like, I want to see what these celebrities get. I believe they're gonna get a pat on the back, like, just don't do it again. Don't throw your money around. And
I agree.
And
then also, how are the children gonna be punished?
Right.
Some of them say, oh, they were unaware. You's a damn lie.
Yeah.
You know your parent gave you a pep talk like this what you want to say. Look them right in their eyes. Okay?
And go
my
along
money's
with
on the line. That's with anything. That's how you warn your kids. You tell the teacher that I punched you, they gonna take you. The people coming to get you.
That's right.
So they gave their children the same pep talk. Let's just keep it real. All that, oh, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You knew you was failing all your classes.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you in an Ivy League college. Come on.
Get the hell up out of here.
If you didn't know, that's the whole problem.
Basically.
You just dumb.
And then you got these kids. One kid said, oh, they making a big deal out of it.
One of the kids
That's
privileged
being,
talk.
That's parents that's being indicted right now. One of the kids was like, oh, they overthinking it. Everybody deserves to go to college. Yeah, everybody do deserve to go to college, but people that is earning it. Like, you got kids. Like, I have a daughter who's gonna join us later, and she works very hard in school. She works hard to maintain her grades. She works hard to keep that GPA up to where it needs to be so she could get into one of the best schools or a school of her choice. So I feel like, yes, everybody deserves to go to college,
But you have to work for it. Yes.
You gotta earn it. Like, you can't, just like when we go to work every day, we gotta work hard, and if we want to fucking raise and get more money, we gotta work harder and take on extra shit and just let them know that we can do it.
Right.
We are capable of doing the job.
Yourself. And that's what's so sad about these people with money. Everything is just given to their children.
Right.
And it's sad. It's sad. That's why I like to see celebrity parents like T.I. and Russell Simmons.
Yes, his
they
daughter.
make their children work for their stuff.
And even
They don't just give them
Right.
handouts because they're rich and famous.
Right.
They set morals in their children. They install this. Like, nothing is given to you. You have to work for it. Yeah, daddy may have some money,
Right.
but you don't. It's my money. You better work for yours.
That's right, and that's
And
what,
I can
that's
respect
what counts.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what counts. Like, at the end of the day, I work hard for what I got.
Right.
You have to work hard for what you got.
Right.
Nothing is just given to you. And because when they go into the real world, that's what they're gonna expect. They're gonna expect things to just be handed to them, and that's not how the real world works.
I hope these children be penalized as well.
Yeah,
they
because-
should get kicked out of these schools.
Another one said he's upset because he was unknowingly involved
He's a
in
liar.
a scandal. Let me tell you something.
People, he's a liar.
The charges.
L-I-E.
Yes. Because the charges that these parents is being charged with is helping your kids cheat on the SAT, having proctors deal with them. What else they said they was doing? Falsifying that they was in swimming or certain sports and
That they
really never played in to get into these schools. So how you was unknown, you didn't know, and you know your grades in high school.
Right.
You know when you fell in your class, because them counselors pull you to the side and say, "I'm a
Yep.
teen mom. I know what it is." Like, that's just what it is. Kids know. Kids know. Kids know when they're not doing good and when they're doing good. And as a parent, you should have made sure your kid was on the right track and stop cheating their way through life.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. And then it also should be a whole team of people going down along with these parents and these children. Because it takes a guidance counselor, grade advisors, maybe principals, everybody.
So I don't think the principal.
How is just gonna pass along? Like, you just tell one person, the teachers and everybody in the school knew that this kid wasn't passing my class.
Right.
How all of a sudden they got some hush money, up them grades or something. You know, it's just sad.
You're right.
It's sad. But yes, guys, we do have two special guests here today. Hard-working KIPP students.
Yes, KIPP College Prep in the Bronx.
Yes, Bronx, New York. Shout out to KIPP.
That work hard, and we're going to have them here, and they're going to come and be part of the conversation because they have a lot to say about it. We sit at home, we watch this stuff on the news, and it's disturbing, and they get upset about it in a way because they feel like, dag, like
they're busting their ass in school, and here these rich white kids go.
Stay tuned. We will have Amani and Amber next. Okay, we're back with Amber and Amani. They both go to KIPP College Prep in the Bronx, and I know y'all aware about what's been going on, and I just want you guys to just tell me how you guys feel about this.
Honestly, when I first heard about it, like, I wasn't even shocked at all, because I feel like this is something that, like, we know happens all the time. Like, we know that people with money pay their way to success.
Honestly, I feel really mad about it, because how are you going to private schools and all these good schools, but you're not able to get into these colleges that we work so hard to get into and we still don't get into?
Right. I feel like, just people need a fair chance. That's what it's about, and I just want to read some questions here. So I'm going to start with Amber. So the first question is, being raised in a minority neighborhood, did you think it would be hard to get through school, and why?
I feel like going to KIPP, like, it made it feel like it won't be hard to get through school, but public school, like when I went to public school for elementary school, it was hard. So I feel like it's the different schools that kids go to that make it like easy or hard to get through school.
I agree. Monty?
Yeah, I feel the same way, because like since middle school, like we've been hearing about college and like knowing that that's the next goal. So like it never seemed like something scary to me. It was just like, okay, this is just the next step.
So KIPP
Just
installed
prepare,
that in
yeah.
our heads, like college, just
we were
'cause
10.
They really don't. They have graduations, but not really big graduations.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's more of, you got to celebrate when you get to college. That's the big
Yeah.
goal here. Second question: how hard is it to maintain your grades and yourself in high school?
Gotta start.
So I tried to maintain a 4.0 grade average and do dance at the same time, and then still be able to spend time with my friends. And sometimes I'd be stressed, like, honestly.
Do you find yourself tired a lot,
Oh
or
my god.
because there's not enough time?
This
today.
past week, like, we haven't been going to dance practice. Like, we haven't had dance practice. So I've been going home and I've just been falling asleep and sleeping until 4 in the morning. And I don't think I should be that stressed.
I agree. You're too young for that. Amani,
Yeah,
how do you
same.
feel?
Like with doing cheer, which is like a very time consuming sport, like for the past 2 years, and then like maintaining above a 4.0, it just like wears on your body. Like you feel tired, like even if you sleep. And like I'm always tired, I always got headaches, always stressing, worrying, checking like power school every 5 seconds. Like it's just really stressful.
And we went to nationals, and
Yes.
I won this year. Ninth, right? Y'all
Yeah,
was ninth in the
ninth in
whole
the
nation.
nation.
So that's good, because it's not just step, it's real cheer. Like you're really doing cheer, and the dance is really doing dance competitions, and it's not easy. It's really not easy. Third question: did you feel a lot of pressure to get good grades to get into a good school and try to help your parents with like getting scholarships and stuff? Did you feel like there was a lot of pressure? Well, you're in the 12th grade and you're in the 10th. So you there, but you're not there, because you still got to maintain your grades early before you get to 12th grade to get into good schools.
Yeah.
But Amani, you're in 12th grade. How did it affect you maintaining them grades?
Yeah, I just was really worried that I wasn't gonna get into the school that I wanted to go to. Like when I did early decision, I was worried like, will my grades be high enough? Will my SAT scores be high enough? And I want them to be high enough that they give me like a lot of money, because college is not cheap, and not only tuition, there's so many other things that go into it.
That's true.
I feel like it shows, because we have this joke when we crossing the street and the cars be coming. And like if a car's coming, you feel like you're about to get hit by a car, you be like, oh well, that's college money right there.
That's college money.
like if they hit you, you can sue them, get the college money for tuition.
I hear that.
So I feel
By
like
any
it
means
shows,
necessary.
because I'm not trying to have my mom in debt because I want to be something great. Like,
But I feel like, honestly, I feel like you can still go to community colleges, and still, it's all about your work ethics. It's like, I went to community college and I have a good job right now. I'm making good money right now in accounting. So I feel like these rich parents are paying and bribing to get these kids in these good schools, but in the future, is that really going to help them?
I feel
Because if
like
they're not working hard now, what makes you think they're gonna work hard later?
they just want to be able to say that, oh, I went to this college, or oh, I went to Yale,
Right.
or oh, I went to Harvard.
And the network is really big with Ivy Leagues. Like a lot of jobs know
Right.
professors. You could get early jobs before you even graduate. So they're set up already from going to those schools. Whereas if you go to a community college, yeah, you still get the education, but you don't have the big network.
connections and-
You have to go out of your way to find them, and it's not given to you.
That's true. I agree. Okay, so when hearing about the black mothers being jailed because they use different addresses to put their kids in better schools, and hearing this story, what do you think should happen to these celebrities in this whole scheme? Because they're not indicted yet. Like, charges haven't been brought up yet, and we got like a lot of black parents that just changed their addresses and was jailed. They had to do community service. They on probation for years. And what do you think should happen?
I feel like what we feel things should happen is not really important because we know it's not gonna happen. Like, we see this so many times, like through different systems, and we know it's not gonna change. So like,
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like they need to be in jail, but I also know that they're not gonna be in jail. Like, even when one of the mothers was going to court, she was signing autographs and like saying hi to her fans, and like that's the behavior you have when you know you're not gonna get serious jail time. She knows I have money, I could get out of this. I paid for a good lawyer. She knows she's not gonna get 20 years. Like, even though they say possibly 20 years, she's not gonna get 20 years.
She's not gonna get 20. Do you think they'll get some type of probation or community service? Like,
honestly, I don't even know. Like, it's sad, but like some of them lost their jobs and stuff, but like they still have money. They have years of like trust funds. Like, will it really impact them if they lose their jobs for right now?
okay, last question. Do you feel for the children that parents know their kids are struggling and are not eligible for Ivy League schools? Do you feel for the kids that is involved in the scandal? Do you think they knew about it? Because they all saying that they didn't know about it. But do you feel for them and say, oh, they ain't really know about it, but I know they knew about it?
they not slick.
Like,
How you don't know what your okay? So Kip really be on you about like your grades and stuff. How you don't know that you have a 1.5 GPA, but you're getting into an Ivy League school? It don't make sense.
But it's not clicking. Like, it's not adding up.
It doesn't add up. And do you feel like the schools kind of knew? Because we talked earlier about it in the conversation where schools should know, because if you know these kids are struggling in school and they go outside to take their SAT test and come back with a banging score, do you think the school should have questioned this?
Yeah.
I think so too, because
Definitely.
it doesn't add up. Like you said, it doesn't add up. Like, how these kids that's struggling, and I don't think kids should go outside to take an SAT score. I think all schools should be mandated to have that being done in the school, because you got the school teachers that's there monitoring each class. You know, because when they go outside, it's hundreds of kids that's in one big space that's being tested. Like, you can't keep your eyes on everybody. So I think that should change.
And you're also not gonna know who's actually taking the test because you're not gonna know how they look.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Because they have people go take the test for them. That's also like another thing, that they pay people to go in there and like pretend to be them and take the test.
Take the test, yeah. It's sad. I feel like, you know, growing up in neighborhoods where you gotta fight to be something, and then you have people that can basically pay for schools, but they should still keep their kids on the path to earn it. You know, they shouldn't just be like, oh, they struggling, I'ma just pay for them to get through the school and that's it.
But it's like they have the resources. Like,
Right.
these kids go to private high schools. They have private SAT tutors, and you still are not doing good in school.
You know what that means? That
Like-
means that having money is not all cranked up to what it is, to what like people make it. Like, you sitting here paying for all this, but is your kid really getting the education they need? I'm glad you guys are in KIP, because I honestly feel like they really work with each kid. They don't work with just a handful of kids. They really try to push all the kids to do what they need to do, stay on track. They contact the parents, you know, so I really feel like you guys are doing very good.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work, and thank you for being here on The Conversation.
Period.
Subscribe to The Conversation. Remember, the button is in the left bottom corner. Subscribe, and thank you for tuning in.